position to intercept. We know Elliott gon' make it with seconds left. Nick Sirianni going down as one of the best. And we don't care about what you heard. Tune in to my boy T-Roy, the word with the word. And we don't care about what you heard. Tune in to my boy T-Roy, the bird with the word.
Yo, it's the bird with the word, and you heard it here first. Hey man, I've been gone for a minute, been missing for a minute, but now I'm back at it. And we got some stuff to talk about, man. We got some stuff to talk about. I'm trying to keep it smooth, trying to keep it easy, and try to, make sure I touch on a few topics. First of all, in case you didn't know, we are the Super Bowl champions, as you can see on my shirt and on my hat. We are the 2024 Super Bowl champions. Just in case, somebody maybe got amnesia or, bumped their head, didn't know it. We are the reigning, defending, undisputed Super Bowl champions. And so for that, I think we deserve a round of applause. I think we deserve it. Okay. Now, my pleasantries out the way. Let's talk about it. So, of course, we know training camp is officially on the way. We are in pads right now, and it's a lot of good things coming out of camp. One of the good things we heard about is our first round pick, Jahad Campbell, who was slated not to even be ready until August, has already been in the pads, already been going through drills, already making plays. So, I mean, if he can come through right now, oh man, that's gonna be like a big steal in this draft, because he wasn't slated to even be ready for the season, right? So if he's ready and we can plug him in, especially with the absence of Nakobe Dean, plug him in with Zach Bond and Jeremiah Trotter and Jadis Hunt, all them guys. Hey man, listen, our defensive core, the defensive core is still intact. We did lose Milton, we did lose Josh Sweat, and we also lost BG on that defensive line, right? BG knew his time was up, that's why we got Nolan Smith, so he was good there. Same thing with Sweat. We knew his time was up, so we got his replacement as well. And then, fortunately for us, we got we was able to get Jahad Campbell. Now, it's unfortunate that Nakobe Dean is out, because Nakobe Dean was supposed to be our guy, right? That was supposed to be our guy, Nakobe Dean. But like I said, unfortunately, he's not playing right now. He's hurt, and we don't know when Nakobe Dean is going to come back. So hopefully, whenever he does come back, we can possibly, just possibly move, maybe move Campbell to the edge and let him play edge. I mean, that would be an ideal thing for us if we can get him to do that. But I'm interested in see what we're gonna do with Nakobe Dean being out, because we definitely need him to come on through, and we definitely need him to be what he was last year. It's a contract year for that guy, so we need him to play. Hopefully, come through, be able to jump back and be the guy we need him to be. Let's see here. I'm just going through some things, man. Hey, y'all, tap the screen, tap the screen, tap the screen. Like I said, I've been missing for a minute, but I'm back at it. The bird with the word, I'm always going to be, trying to tell it to you how it is. I'm a fan, so you know how that goes. Just telling how it is, trying to get it out there, speaking from a fan perspective. But yeah, if we can get Nakobe Dean back, and he's been out there, he's going through drills, he's playing basketball. So for all intents and purposes, we can have Nakobe Dean back by the end of September, hopefully. And if we can get him back, man, like I said, playing with Zach Bond, then we can move maybe Campbell to the edge, and then have Nolan come off the other edge, and still got Jalen Carter Big Baby Davis, Jordan Davis in the middle. Hey, listen, those guys right there, especially Jordan Davis. Now I don't know if you saw it, but he's came into camp. He's came into camp very, very in shape, which is pretty good. You know, we definitely want him to be in shape. So if we can keep them guys that core together, oh man, it ain't no stopping us. Then you know, in camp we've been hearing about how Quinyon Mitchell has been that guy, man. You know, we hearing about how he's being that guy. We need him to definitely step up and take, you know, with the absence of Slay being gone now, you know, of course, Bradbury didn't play last year, but, you know, he was a veteran presence. And by all purposes, they said Bradbury was very essential to Quinyon Mitchell and Kuba Dijon's developmental process because he was very, you know, hands-on and being teaching. He could have been bitter. What's going on, man? He could have been bitter or whatever, but he was there trying to make sure that, you know, he talked to the guys and make sure the guys was, you know, getting taught up, getting coached up, and he did that. You know, like I said, with those two guys being gone, all we have now is Cooper DeJean. We do have Adoree Jackson, who is a veteran presence, and there has been talk that he could be that number 2 because they have been playing around with Cooper DeJean at safety, which would be, oh my God. Cooper DeJean at safety with Reed Blankenship back there. Oh my God. Oh my God. But then, where does that leave Sidney Brown though? Because I love Sidney Brown. I really wish we could play Sidney Brown linebacker. I just think, I don't know, man, because just let him blitz, let him blitz. Because that guy there, man, he reminds me so much of Brian Dawkins. It's just because he plays so violently, and every play he is on, he's trying to make a play. He's trying to make a play every time. So yeah, we definitely need him to step it up. Make sure that hold on a second. Yeah, make sure he's excuse me, Lord. Make sure he's, you know, stepping up. As far as my defense, like I said, I know a lot of people had question marks about what or, you know, the holes we were gonna be missing or whatever like that. But right now it looks like you know, Vic Fangio is, you know, addressing those concerns. And our defense is looking pretty good right now. Jalen Hurts so far in camp, he's thrown 2 interceptions in camps, which, you know, hey man, it's camp. We trying new things. We trying to learn new packages. You know, he is learning a new offense for the 5th year in a row. The 5th different offensive coordinator. So there's that. So, you know, like I said, they trying new packages and trying to see new things with new faces. We've been hearing about wide receivers. I think Terrence Marshall is out there making plays, and hopefully we can get some good things from him. Me personally, I'm still pulling for Jahad Dotson, a former first-round pick. If we can get him back into, you know, make him find his spark again, and get him back into who he was who they thought he was when they drafted him, man. That's 3 first-round picks, man. As you got 3 first-round picks as your options for 1, 2, and 3. I mean, come on, man. Come on. You can't get any better than that. We still got Dallas Goedert. There was much speculation that he was going to be traded this season, so we did go ahead and retain his services for at least 1 more season, which is a veteran presence, which gives Jalen Hurts that security blanket that he's used to. Also, we know that Dallas Goedert plays with with force, and he definitely plays with to the whistle, right? He plays till the whistle goes off. And so I'm glad to have him back. Now, I am hoping that somehow Johnny Wilson from Florida somehow, man, catches on. I really want him to catch on because I got high hopes for him as well. I mean, I think he's like 6'6", 6'8". You know, he's a wide receiver, but he doesn't want to convert to tight end. And I'm not mad that he doesn't want to convert to tight end. But my God, this is the NFL. You want to play the NFL, you want to be a star. Sometimes you have to allow yourself to be used in a way that you might not like, but hey, nevertheless, you still playing, right? So I wouldn't be mad if Johnny Wilson transition to tight end, especially if we're thinking about moving on from Dallas Goddard. Let's not have to go out and spend no money or a draft pick on a tight end when we got a tight end that could possibly be a tight end in house, right? So definitely wish Johnny Wilson can catch on so we can go ahead and retain his services once again. So, as far as my tight ends, I'm cool with Dallas Goddard still being here. Calcaterra is still here, which I'm cool about him. I really like that guy. And so, then our running back, we went and got A.J. Dillon. Just for the veteran presence, I'm not hanging, any big hopes on A.J. Dillon this year because we still have Saquon Barkley. And barring any kind of injury to Saquon Barkley, I anticipate him getting the majority of the touches. And when he isn't getting the touches, then we have Will Shipley, which we saw what he can do last year. So plug him in. A.J. Dillon, we can get him in, here and there. But other than that, let our players play that we know already that we can trust. A.J. Dillon, he's just getting in. Let's get him brought up to speed. If he can be a potential weapon, then by all means, let's use him. But other than that, I want to keep my same guys in that rotation and keep that continuity going, right? With Shipley getting more and more touches and getting more and more NFL experience, whereas A.J. Dillon is kind of on the downside of his career. And so we don't want to put too many miles on him because, hey, we might need that veteran presence in the playoffs come this year, right? So it's like I said, so as far as my receivers, I'm good with my receivers, where my receivers at right now. With my running backs, I'm good with my running backs. Of course, we still got one. And one's still the quarterback. And we don't see him going nowhere. They wanted to ban the tush push. That got tabled, and then they came back to vote on it. And then, so unfortunate for the NFL and everybody, including the Packers and the Redskins, who wanted us to ban the tush push. Guess what, baby? It's going to be a hill for another season, so deal with it. So as far as my team is concerned, like I said, I'm feeling good. What people ask me, what are my expectations for this season, right? Coming off the Super Bowl. Do you expect a repeat? I don't expect anything but for my team to go out and play football, right? When you start putting expectations on things that disappoint you, that's in life, in your workplace, relationships, whatever. When you start putting expectations on things, you'll set yourself up to be disappointed, right? So my expectations are for my team to go out, compete, play all levels of football, and go out there and give it all they got. If that gets us to the playoffs, fine. If that gets us to the Super Bowl, fine. If that gets us a losing record, as long as my team plays to their potential. It's any given Sunday in the NFL. Any given Sunday. However the ball bounces, a bad call. We see bad calls all the time. So it's any given Sunday in the NFL. So that's why I'm saying I can't put expectations, because if it was just left up to my team, if it was just solely left up to my team to go out there, I was like, oh shoot, my team got the firepower to go out there and we gonna win another Super Bowl. Definitely win another Super Bowl. But I'm not gonna sit here and pontificate like my team is unbeatable or anything like that. I do feel like we have a chance to run the board again. Hopefully we can run the board again. I'm hoping for us to run the board again. I'll be a lie if I say I don't want my team to win another championship, because I definitely do. So, that's what we on right now. We definitely on trying to get us to another championship. I don't see why not. I don't see why, if it's in our hands, why we can't win another one, right? So, one second here. Yeah, I don't see why we can't win another championship. Based on that. And so, offense, like I said, defense. Only thing is this inconsistently consistent is the fact that we have another coordinator for the 5th year in a row. But at this point, I think all the players know it doesn't matter who the coordinator is. Jalen Hurts runs this offense. This is Jalen Hurts' offense. And so as long as one is in there, we good. As long as one has the respect, he can galvanize his players and they all respect him and look up to him and trust what he says and trust that he's going to move this team the correct way. They can put Big Bird back there as a coordinator, give him a clipboard. It wouldn't even matter. So I'm cool on the coordinator thing. It doesn't bother me anymore. I'm coordinator fatigued at this point. Now, as far as I've seen the schedule. The schedule is, it's cool. I love competition. We playing the Cowboys the first game of the season. Let's start there. That's the first game of the season, let's start with the Cowboys first, right? Trash, boo-boo. I don't know why the NFL served them up to us like that on the first game, because usually, this is how you know the Cowboys are going downhill. Usually, the Cowboys is the game they want to build the season up to. So usually that game is probably like in October, November, December, because they want to build it up. And usually we play like the Commanders, the Giants, it's one of those teams first because they know it's an easy whatever. Well, the tables have turned. It looks now, they feel like Cowboys is easy pickings. So we won't get to touch the Commandos until November. But we will get to, take care of them Cowgirls very early and get them out the way real quick. The fact they served them up to us on opening day, the day we drop our banner at home, it's gonna say Super Bowl champions, and then a home game on top of it, and to top it all off, shout out, it's a special day. If you don't know, hey, it is what it is. But to top it all off, man, the day we drop our banners, the day at home, they give us the Dallas freaking Cowboys. Shout out to the NFL for that. Give the NFL, they knew what they were doing when they did that, right? Shout out to the NFL for that. So, we should just blow them out. I mean, they got their team right there in such a disarray. I mean, where do we start with their team? Tyler Guyton went down. Tyler Smith is hurt. Tyler Guyton has a bone bruise, and he's going to be out 4 to 6 weeks, which puts him along the time of playing us. Right now, guys, we are literally 4 Sundays from NFL football. 4 Sundays from NFL football. Man, it's already here. So we play them. They got so much stuff going on. Like I said, Tyler Guyton out 4 to 6 weeks. Tyler Smith was hurt the other day. He went down, didn't come back. Mozzie Smith. Mozzie Smith is the guy that came out and made such an ignorant statement and said, I don't even like playing football. I just like hitting people. And he ain't hit nobody since he been getting hit. His whole he was drafted 3 years ago, and 3 years ago he's been trash boo boo. 2 years ago, I believe. 2 years ago he been and they said that this guy Mozzie Smith was going to be better than Jalen Carter. Did you hear what I said? They said that Mozzie Smith. I mean, you had multiple Cowboy content creators saying this. But I remember very vividly when they drafted Mozzie Smith. Most Cowboy fans heard the word last name Smith and automatically assumed they was talking about Nolan Smith, right? I remember I watched their reaction, one of the Cowboy created reactions, and they were like, Smith, we got Nolan Smith, And they were like, no, we got Mozzie Smith. And people was like, Mozzie Smith? DT from Michigan? You don't draft a defensive tackle from Michigan. And he has shown why you don't draft a defensive tackle from Michigan. He has been a first round bubble bust, big bust. Booty Bust. The bust of all busts, man. He's Taco Charlton point 2.0. You know why? Just for the simple fact that he got on TV and said, I don't even like playing football. I just like hitting people. Man, you've been getting hit your whole career, man. You probably had CTE when you said that dumb stuff because you ain't hit nobody. As of right now, as a matter of fact, when you was drafted, your team didn't want you, your coaches didn't want you, your fans didn't know who you were, and at this point now, man, most Cowboy fans, and I mean 90% of most Cowboy fans, have waved the white flag on Mozzie. They've all conceded that he's a bust. And so, for that reason, man, you know, the ignorant comparison to him and Jalen Carter, oh my God, that's gonna be one for the ages. One for the ages that they said that he was gonna be comparable to Jalen Carter. So, we definitely laughed at that one. And he right now is just getting pushed back in camp, looking like a fool. But let's talk about the real elephant in the room with the Cowboys, Michael Parsons. Now, I laugh at it. We see this every year with the Cowboys. One of their big players. We saw it with CeeDee Lamb. Saw it with Dak Prescott. They wait to the end of the season or the end of off season, maybe the day of, and then they play their player. They make it like some kind of big spectacular news. Breaking news: Dallas Cowboys signed CeeDee Lamb to historic contract, so they can get all the attention on them. Listen, y'all better do something because y'all gonna need some attention from this massacre we gonna put on y'all on Thursday night when we play y'all. So y'all, it's probably best y'all save that Michael Parsons contract signing for then because y'all gonna need something to lift the fans' hopes up after we beat the dog doo-doo breaks out for y'all on the opening game. So that's probably why probably that's why they saving it. Because after the game, the fans gonna be so much in a slump. They gonna need something. They gonna need something to lift their spirits. And I'm assuming, the Michael Parsons contract signing could be a little bit, a picker upper for them because right now they don't know what Michael Parsons is gonna do. I do not believe the Cowboys are gonna let Michael Parsons go anywhere. I don't. It's all for clicks and views. Jerry Jones is the same tap dance every off season. He ain't stupid. He's not letting Michael Parsons go. Now, Michael Parsons did come out, which I think is crazy that he would even say this. But he want to play for we know he like Dan Quinn, so we would know why he would say it. But for you to say you want to go play for your division team, or you would go play for your division team while you're still signed to your team is crazy work to me, my guy. That's like blasphemous. It's like you being married to somebody and saying, hey, babe, I don't mind being with that girl over there, your sister, your best friend, or your enemy, your homegirl. You been, you used to be your homegirl that left that y'all ain't cool no more. Now she, beefing with you. I wouldn't mind, being with her. That's basically what he's saying, right? Like he wouldn't mind being with the ops. And so the disloyalty with that is crazy to me. Now, if I was a teammate, excuse me, if I was a teammate, I would feel I would definitely call him out about that, right? However, I'm pretty sure Michael Parsons is smart enough that he probably told his teammate, hey guys, look, you know what it is. I'm doing this, applying pressure, making sure that, they know it's real. Because don't get me wrong, would the Commanders take him? Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, undoubtedly so, they would take him right now. Now, let me say this. Last year, I would have jumped at the opportunity to have Michael Parsons on my team. Oh my God, man, Michael Parsons even today, with Michael Parsons on his team, this team will be unstoppable on defense, as it is now, right? But I'm good. I'm cool with all the antics, right? I'm cool with all the the talking to the media, talking loud, you know, and your talking not matching your action on the field, because when it comes playoff time, you know, I mean, you don't have no, I mean, you're not really there because your quarterback can't get you there. But in big games, you are nowhere to be found, right? So, you know, I need you to do this and more, you know, making plays. Then let your plays speak up for you, you know, off the field, right? Because right now we know Parsons is good. There's no doubt about Parsons being a good player that can make any defense better than what it is already. But sometimes the talent doesn't outweigh the risk or what comes with that talent, right? It's like, you know, you meeting a fine girl or a fine, you know, lady, and you want to talk to her, but you know, maybe she may married 10 times and she got extra baggage that you just don't want to deal with. And like, you know what? Hey man, she is fine, but do I want to deal with all that? No, you know, man, nah, I'm cool. I'm just gonna pass on that. Same thing with Parsons. Like, can he come over here and be good? Can he make his defense better? Can we be a Super Bowl defense again with Michael Parsons? Absolutely sure. Oh, we're a Super Bowl defense now without Parsons? Absolutely sure. But I just don't. I'm cool. Then he want to get paid. We already got to pay Paul. We already got to pay JC. We got to pay. I believe we still got to pay Davis. If I'm not mistaken. I think we got to pay Jordan Davis still. We got to play William Mitchell. We got to play Cooper DeJean. We still got to play Nolan Smith. We got to pay N'Kobe Dean. You know, so we still got players we got to play. That we don't have the money right now to focus on trying to pay Michael Parsons. So with that being said, I'm cool on Parsons. I do hope that he breaks Jerry Jones for every red penny he can get. But as of right now, he has definitely requested a trade from the Dallas Cowboys. Same as Terry McLaurin with the Commandos, the Commodes, as I call them. Trash, Fairy Terry. You know, let me tell you something. The Giants, we're not even talking about them. The Giants, we just automatically assume they're going to be the fourth in the division. Now, the Cowgirls and the Commodes, they fight for their third position. The Commodes got a team full of fill-in players, you know, plug-in players, excuse me. You got old Zach Ertz, you got old Bobby Wagner, you got out-of-shape Debo Samuels, old Debo Samuels. You got you got players over there that you like, not really, he don't really make me say, ooh, you know. And we don't know what's going on with Jaden Daniels as far as how will he look this year. You know, a year ago, C.J. Stroud was that guy. Everyone was talking about C.J. Stroud and how he was putting on some kind of historic record-breaking season for a rookie. And then, albeit last year he did lose I believe all three of his wide receivers last year. They considered him having a sophomore slump. And so if the Commodes do not sign Terry McLaurin, which I believe they will, same way I believe the Cowboys will sign Michael Parsons, they will sign Terry McLaurin because they'll be idiots not to. But paying those guys, paying Terry McLaurin 32 million, 30, whatever, how many million at that age, at 30-something is crazy work. But if they want to do it, like I said, man, let them be in cap hell if that's the way they want to go. All right, let them be in cap hell. But they got a lot going on. They got to figure out what's going on with their team because let me tell you right now, I'm not hearing no excuses. We didn't have Terry McLaurin. You know what? No, I don't know what happened. Y'all had Terry McLaurin. You know why? Because last season in 3 games, Terry McLaurin had like 40-some yards. Out of 3 games against the Eagles, he had 40 yards with 1 touchdown. Let's give him his touchdown. He definitely had a touchdown, and he definitely gave up that pick on who? Quinn Mitchell. You know, or as we call him, Quintonimo Bay. So. And outside of Terry McLaurin, they really don't have no weapons that can stretch the offense out like that. I mean, Debo, he's not a deep threat at all. He's a gadget player. I do like Luke McCaffrey, who is the brother of Christian McCaffrey, but he hasn't really just stepped up yet. You know, but I think he can be a good player. I really do. He has speed, he's explosive. I mean, I see him on kickoff returns. He looks good. So if they can get him up and going, yeah, they might got them good gadget player right there with Luke McCaffrey. But between the Cowboys and the Commodes, they gotta figure that out with her. They gotta figure out what they gonna do, who they gonna pay, and how they gonna move their organization forward. As of right now, both players are disgruntled with the organization. I think Michael Parsons is more disgruntled with the organization. Terry McLaurin is being quiet. You know, he's not talking, and that's another reason why I say I don't want Michael Parsons. You can handle your business a certain kind of way. You have agents that you pay money that speak on your behalf and do everything. Michael Parsons, listen, I understand you want to speak up for yourself. I salute you for wanting to speak up for yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that, man, because I would speak up for myself too. But you can see how, from an owner's perspective, they don't want to deal with someone they feel like can, you know, cause an uproar within their organization. You know, like, oh my God, man, look at, man, he gonna get everybody to start asking for money, man. We can't have that. We can't have him getting everybody up here asking for money because everybody gonna want to, everybody want to get paid now. So that's why I said I don't want Parsons. What comes with Parsons is just too much for my team. I don't. It's like T.O. You know, T.O. was good with my team. I mean, we went to the first Super Bowl when we got T.O. There is no guessing why, but T.O. was just doing too many antics, and rightfully so, because Donovan McNabb was a poo cheese buster. He's a buster, you know, and he doesn't get the respect. He would never get the respect of Eagles fans because of how he did his team, man. You know, he was selfish. You know, he was jealous of his teammates, just like one Carson Trash Wentz, jealous of his teammates. So, I don't want to deal with that with Parsons. So Parsons can stay over there with Cowboys and do all that. If he was somehow able to switch that off and come be quiet and shut up and play, then come on over here, Parsons. Let's go. Let's go to work. So like I said, they got stuff they got going on, and while they got players missing, they going through contract disputes, and they going to players missing camp, the Eagles are choo-chooing along. We are. All our players are reporting. All our players are practicing. All our players are happy. All our players are, one accord. You know, they love our owner, Jeff Lurie. You know, he steps out the way and let the GM be the GM. You don't see Jeff Lurie doing interviews, anything like that, unless, of course, but he doesn't have a podcast. He doesn't have a weekly radio show that he goes on to give his perspective of the game. No other owner does that but Jerry Jones, and it's to his detriment because he's made a fool out of every freaking year, every year. So I love the fact that my team is pushing through. They making it through. They in camp, gelling, trying to figure out, as a team, as a unit, so we can try to see if we can run this thing back again this year. So other than that, man, I think I kind of touched on everything, as far as my team is concerned. I'm here, baby. I'm here. Football season is back, baby. So football season is back. And if you know, like I know, man, I'm ready for it. And, I'm about to get back to this podcast. I've been moving around, doing things. I know y'all remember my last time, my fingers it ain't healed all the way, but it's coming along. I don't know if y'all remember the whole thing when I broke my finger. If you was alive, I couldn't even ball a fist up. I'm kind of getting my fist back together again. It's still not all the way down, but it's getting back there together. But I'm trying. But I'm back, guys. I will be doing more and more videos, during the week as things happen. So just tap in with me, man. Tap in with me and stay down. I'm gonna stay down with y'all. And for the people that's been down with me for the last 2-3 years I've been doing this, I appreciate that, man. Please stay tapping in with your guy. And other than that, man, you know what it is, man. I'm the bird with the word. You heard it here first. I'm gonna be here. So, hey, man, let's go Birds. And I know I'm in every podcast with, Fly Eagles Fly.